Hello, welcome to Reading About Whales Part 2. Earlier, I read to you some introductions about whales, just the basic facts. Today I'm going to read to you and focus on the food that whales eat and how they find that food. So, we'll start with this book, Whales. This is by Leslie A. Du Temple. Here we have a page of contents for this information book. And chapter 2 sounds like it could be about food. Do whales have teeth? Page 14. Chapter 2, do whales have teeth? There are more than 90 species or kinds of whales. We divide all whales into two main groups. One group is toothed whales. The other group is baleen whales. Toothed whales are predators or hunters. They have teeth to help them catch fish and squid. Dolphins are toothed whales. Orcas, or killer whales, are a type of dolphin also. Orcas are the most popular of the toothed whales. Whales who do tricks in marine parks are usually orcas. And here's the caption. Toothed whales, like this killer whale, use their teeth only to catch the fish they eat. They don't chew their food. Instead, they swallow it whole. So I would say right there, that's some information about food. Let's turn to the next page. Baleen whales eat plankton. Plankton are tiny plants and animals that float in the water. When a baleen whale opens its mouth to catch plankton, it also takes in a lot of water. The whale uses its tongue to push the water out of its mouth. Plankton are trapped in the baleen, then swallowed. The largest animal on Earth, the blue whale, is a species of baleen whale. It's even bigger than the largest dinosaur that ever lived. And I am going to read the caption right over here, because I'm really curious about this photo. This definitely doesn't look like a whale, so let's find out. What is this? Millions of plankton live in the ocean. Insect. That means this little box. Krill are one kind of plankton that whales eat. So there it is. So when they talk about plankton, that's what it is. And I think that this photo shows lots of tiny, tiny little pieces of plankton. It's hard to see. Okay. I'll close this book up and move on to this book. All About Whales, written by Deborah Kovacs. This book does not have a page of contents, but it does have headings. What is a whale? That's going to be an introduction like we read earlier. More about whales. Where do whales live? That's not going to help us with food very much. Little, bigger, biggest. That seems to be about sizes. Still more whales, different kinds of whales. How do whales eat? Perfect. Those whales who have teeth are called toothed whales, but they still don't chew their food. The teeth are designed for gripping their food rather than chewing. They swallow their food whole or in very large chunks. Most toothed whales eat fish. And I'll read these insets and captions. Baleen whales are called mysticytes. Mysticite means whale with mustache. A toothed whale's teeth are not necessarily sharp. It uses its teeth to grip food, not to chew it. Now, that seems very similar to what we read right here, but a caption can be very nice to read if you don't have time to read the whole text. So this is just a great way. And if you did, it's just another great way to remember that important fact. Whales without teeth are called baleen whales. They have hairy-edged plates in their mouths called baleen. Baleen is like a filter. To eat, baleen whales take in huge gulps of seawater. They press out the seawater through their baleen plates and food gets trapped. A blue whale feeds on krill. A blue whale is a baleen whale. A gray whale uses baleen to catch food. And when you have a heading you can turn the page and see if there's a new heading, and there'll be a new topic. Or if not, it's going to be still about how do whales eat. Well, whale babies. So that's a new topic. And we'll stop right now because we really are going to focus on what food they eat. So now you have this book, Killer Whales by Dorothy Hinshaw Patten, photographs by John K.B. Ford. This author is a famous author of information books, but they're really geared for people who have a little more time to read. So the text is very long. But as I said before, you can get a lot of information from the fabulous photos and the captions that go with them. And what I did with this book is I looked ahead and read just the captions to find a page that was about food. So and actually, this one is a short text. We could read this. Killer whales have rows of bright white teeth. They line both the top and bottom jaws. The teeth curve slightly backward. Each whale has from 40 to 56 teeth. The biggest ones are about 2 inches long. The teeth are used in hunting and feeding. And this one doesn't have a caption, but you can just see from the photos that's going to be about feeding. So it was worth reading that text. But now I'm going to go right to such cool photos. This page right here. When pod members are busy feeding, they can become separated. Notice the one whale way behind the others, but they can keep in touch through the sounds they make. And so a pod is a fancy word for a group of whales that travel together. So that's all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed reading and learning about whales. Bye.